Elizabeth, and today we're hopping along with Team Tiny, and our theme is scrap clusters. So what I did is I went to my blue bin because I couldn't close the drawer, and I just pulled out all the little bitty pieces of scraps. And I know you're looking at it like, Elizabeth, those are kind of big chunks. They're just scraps. In my craft room, those are scraps. I even pulled out some papers that I spritzed, all sorts of goodies. I even found a pack of ephemera in the blue bin. So I picked out some dies. These are, honestly, I don't remember who these are by. ART-C. They're kind of an old set. And I just went through and paired the dies with several pieces of the scrap paper, and then cut enough of the paper to just do what we're doing. We're just die cutting out of our little scraps, because using up your scraps, sometimes maybe you have a little flower, a little bee or something that you can accentuate your clusters with, and that is what we did here. I even tried cutting a piece of glitter vinyl by Cricut, and it mostly cut. So I just had to use my scissors and trim it up a little bit more. So yeah, anything goes when you're making scrap clusters. Now for me, in my mind, I have a hard time just clustering little papers. I've seen it done. It's super cute. So I did my clusters on tags. And I made the tags out of all that scrap paper. So it's like bonuses, lots of bonuses. And at this point, you just grab the cluster, or you're making clusters. So I just grabbed out of my pile colors that kind of look together. I even reused the hole from the tags. Isn't that so clever? And trim the ends, and look, I even I'll even use that little piece that we cut off. And that's all you're doing, is we're just using up all those little scrappy bits. You could do little sayings if you have ephemera or stamps that you really like that have really cute sayings. These tags can turn into bookmarks for your journals, or if you know a reader that loves to read, you can make clusters of bookmarks and send them in your greeting cards for your bookworm friends. And here we are. We're just I like how these turned out, you guys, but cluster making is not for me. It's okay, but I don't think I'll be doing this on the daily. Now, I was inspired after doing this and doing the cleanup, you guys. I made the craziest Franken paper. I'm going to insert a photo of it at the end, but I did record the process, and it is going up on my TikTok and Instagram and a little short here. It'll be the same video, just in the different places so you guys can see it. But yeah, I literally used, I would say, about 90% of the scraps that I had pulled out and that were here on my desk. I didn't have to hardly put anything away, and I had a little teeny bit to throw away. I mean, it was kind of nice cleaning out the drawer. And that's another thing too. When I pulled out the blue drawer, I reorganized it so that it would close. I can almost get some more blue paper to put in it, but I'm not gonna. But here we are. We're just gluing down some more bits and making just these fun little tags. And it took me an hour and 30 minutes to do all this. And I know that because I filmed every little speck of it except pulling the paper from the bin. And that maybe took me 4 or 5 minutes to organize my paper bin and pull out anything small. In my eyes, that was small. So Team Tiny, you guys, if you're new to YouTube and you're a crafter, consider joining Team Tiny on Facebook. They put together these fun little hops to help get us out there and be seen and hopefully grab in new subscribers. So if you're new to my channel and you're enjoying this, or maybe want to see more of what I create, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And our goal is to get 1,000 subscribers, because that allows us to be monetized here on YouTube, which yeah, it would be nice. I mean, I love to craft, but it would be nice to have a few cents here and there to buy more crafty stuff. But yeah, this was a very interesting process. I think I had more fun with the big sheet of Franken paper at the end than I did with these little guys. That and the little bits. My fingers were so gluey afterwards. Had to go down and wash my fingies. But let me know what you guys think. I'm debating if I want to put them in my shop or do a giveaway. If you guys would like to try and win this cluster of tags, let me know down in the comments, and if there's anybody interested, I might draw your name and announce it on my channel on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So it'll be a quick giveaway. Yeah, let's just give them away. If you guys want them, drop a comment and I will mail you the little batch that I have made. And maybe you can be inspired to put them in your journals or divvy them up with your friends as little fun gifts. But here, if you struggle with stuff like this, a good thing to try is to limit the color palette. Here, all I did was pulled out all the scraps out of my blue drawer. And you can see some of the blues are dark, some of them are light, some of them are bright, but they all go together because they're the same color family, which, let me tell you, it helps minimize, and then you're not trying to figure out if the blue's going to go with the pinks or the pinks go with the purples, the oranges, and all that stuff. So kind of limit yourself on color, and then the sky's the limit. You can pull out a plethora of dyes that you have. You don't even have to do shapes. It can just be clusters of torn paper. It does really look interesting. I've seen people add ribbon, just to use up ribbon scraps. They'll staple the clusters together instead of gluing. All the fun stuff. And here you can see there's a chunk of paper there that was from a die or multiple die cuttings, and I just used it. Just freely, just plop it down. Just grab and plop. And not really think about it. Just kind of just be really free in this type of making, where you're just grabbing pieces that is more about size than color and shape. I hope that makes sense. And here we go again, another piece with a little stringy piece. I thought that one turned out pretty cute. But yeah, you can do them on tags. You can, like I said, do bookmarks. You can do just clusters. The last one I do is going to be more of a cluster and not a tag cluster. But to each their own. Definitely a fun way to use up your scraps. And oh, here's another ephemera thing. These ephemeras were a lot bigger than I thought they would be, but we do go through and we find two pieces that look good, a button and a pin, but I didn't like how much empty space was around them. So yeah, I'm trimming my pre-trimmed ephemera because you can do that. And we just pile that on there, and that is our little cluster right there, a cluster of 3 things on our little tag. This one here, this was another one. I had played around with this one a little bit more than I should have, but I really wanted to use this circle and make it fit. And even though I cut up 2 butterflies, I did only use the one. And yeah, this was one of my most time consuming and probably one of my favorites too. It was just a lot of fun to put this one together, and I'm just trying to figure out how I want the flowers and everything, and then I finally decide here in a minute. Yeah, this one took me a while, you guys. Sometimes that happens. You're like, I want this, I want that, what's going on here? And there it is. That is how I was like, okay, there's that. And then I used a leftover surroundings of the tags and just added that little bit of darkness at the bottom. This one was a fun one. And instead of gluing things down to the tag, we already know that the circle is the biggest element. So I just glued everything to the back of the circle so that I knew where it was going to go. And then I had to fiddle-fuddle with the wings a little bit, but I was able to get them placed in there in a neat arrangement. But yeah, I had to glue that there. Trying to finagle before the glue dries, because you know those fine expensive glues, man, they dry quick. And then there is that one. I just trimmed those pieces, the straight pieces, and left the florals dangling out. Now here's where I'm trying to think of something else to use these last little bits. And I'm found another saying. It says make, oh, let's see, what is it? I can't remember what it says. Make life beautiful, I think. Pretty. Make life pretty. That's it. Make life pretty. Now, this feather, it is a die from Local King Rubber Stamp, but the paper was some patterned paper I had. And I'd made it a couple years ago, and it just sat in my blue bin forever and a day. And then today was the day to actually put it with some more paper, and this is my last cluster. That is actually not a tag or anything, it's just a cluster of stuff. Oh, I forgot that was in there. So I was also talking with a friend while I was making the video, and I'm like, I'm gonna use my crafty stamp. So yeah, there's a sneak peek. That's gonna be in my next video. Some crafty stuff. But look, there we have it. And then now we're gonna slow down so you could admire them in all of their cuteness. I really like that one. Let me know what you think. Definitely, you gotta leave some sort of comment if you want to enter to win all of the tags. You're gonna get them all. Okay, one person is going to win them all. I'm going to drop them in an envelope, put your name and address on it, and ship it out. If you guys are interested, just drop a comment. It could be a thumbs up, a smiley face, a green heart, or your color of heart of choice. I'm not picky, but I thank you all for hanging out with me. And again, consider joining Team Tiny on Facebook. Their links will be down in the description. And hop along by clicking that hashtag Team Tiny in July 2023 hop, I think is what it is. But yeah, I'm filming before I actually type that up. Sorry. So yeah, I thank you guys very much, and we'll see you next time. Have a great crafty day, everyone. Bye-bye.